News from around the globe. Hot, fresh, balanced and objective. On Unity.
Hello and welcome to News Hour on Unity TV. The headlines. Suspected killer of Bolanle Rahim in police service for 33 years says NBA. Obi supporters kick as Atiku Obi campaign posters emerge in Bauchi. IPOB leader Kanu seeks end to violence in Southeast. Scarcity, NNPC sells petrol for 148 naira, private depots 215 naira. Dark Boxing Day, Lagos seals Wonderland as fun seekers electrocuted. And in sports, table-topping Arsenal beat West Ham, goal 7 points clear. Those were the headlines, and for details and more of the stories, I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. The Nigerian Bar Association NBA on Monday identified the police officer who killed a lawyer, Mrs. Omo Bolanle Rahim, in Ajah, Lagos. The unnamed policeman attached to the Ajah police station and his team were said to have tried to stop Rahim and her family members as they drove back home from a Christmas Day church service. The lawyer was shot when the car she was on tried to make a U-turn under the Ajah Bridge. While the incident has sparked widespread criticism, the Lagos State Police Command has said an Assistant Superintendent of Police ASP and 2 other police officers are currently in custody over the incident. However, in a statement, NBA's National Publicity Secretary Okorade Habib said the officer have been identified as Drambi Vandi, an Assistant Superintendent of Police who has been in the police service for 33 years. Apart from condemning the killing, Mr. Michael prayed for the repose of the soul of Mrs. Rahim and urged all members and concerned Nigerians to maintain their calm as they ensure the law takes its course. Also, the NBA has resolved to be in compliance in the case along with the family. A coalition of supporters of the presidential candidate of Labour Party LP, Peter Obi, and his running mate Yusuf Ahmed Detti has disassociated itself from a campaign poster in circulation with the pictures of the presidential candidates of the main opposition, People's Democratic Party PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and their candidate Peter Obi as presidential and vice presidential candidates in the 2023 general election. The coalition said that its candidate has not formed any political alliance with anyone. Speaking with journalists in Bauchi on Monday, the chairman of Obi Detti Coalition, Elder Musa Abel, described the development as a deliberate effort to confuse teaming supporters of the Labour Party in the state. Indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu has called for an end to violence in the southeast. Kanu, who is in the custody of the Department of State Service, DSS, conveyed the message through his lawyers during a visit to him. He said the enemies were relentlessly exploiting the people and recruiting criminals to destroy Igbo land and blame it on IPOB. IPOB spokesman Emma Powerful, in a statement, said Kanu also warned those who claim to be IPOB members and his disciples to desist from being agents of destabilization. Youth of the Akon Itam community in the Itu local government area of Akwai State has protested the killing of a couple by the convoy of the Central representing Eket Senatorial District, Akwai South, Mrs. Ekon Eyakenyi. The incident occurred along the Calabar-Itu highway as the Central was returning to Uyo, the state capital, from her campaign tour. Senator Eyakenyi is the People's Democratic Party PDP deputy governorship candidate and running mate to Pastor Umo Eno, the party's flag bearer in the upcoming polls in 2023. One of the distraught youths, Comrade Utibe Inyang, said the convoy rammed into the couple who were on a motorcycle. According to him, what annoyed the people was the poor handling of the compensation package of 2 million naira allegedly given to the family to quell the case. It was gathered some officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, called to manage traffic at the scene, were injured and their patrol vehicle damaged by the residents. Commissioner of Police CP Olatoye Durusimi said calm has restored following fruitful negotiations. 3 young men have been reportedly killed on Monday morning by yet-to-be-identified people in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The incident happened around the office bus stop after World Oil Petrol Station on New Ibadan Oyo Expressway in Akinyele local government area of the state. It was gathered that one of the victims was beheaded while vital parts were also removed from the remaining 2 bodies. Or the source, who did not want his name in print, said passengers who are looking for cheap buses are normally staying at that bus stop to board their vehicles to enter Oyo, Ogbomoso, Ilorin and even Jebba. As at press time, all efforts to reach the State Police Public Relations Officer Adewale Osifeso were unsuccessful. Tragedy struck on Monday afternoon of December 26, a Boxing Day, when a yet-to-be-identified middle-aged female, a fun seeker, was electrocuted at the kiddies section of Wonderland, Apapa, Lagos, an event venue meant to deliver a holiday experience of fun and excitement to guests. In Lagos, the sad incident was led to pandemonium as fun seekers hurriedly left the facility. Consequently, in a quick response, the Lagos State government, through the State Safety Commission, stormed the scene and sealed the Wonderland facility, suspending all activities. Director General of the Lagos State Safety Commission, Mr. Larry Majola, in a joint inspection with the Lagos State Task Force team, stressed that the closure has become imperative to prevent further exposure of attenders, particularly kids, at the venue, to prevent accidents that could lead to further injuries and fatalities. Majola accused the event venue owner, Mr. Ezekiel Adamu, had refused to implement safety measures prescribed by the Commission, despite several meetings at the onset of the project, following an initial safety inspection exercise carried out on the venue to deliberate on safety infractions observed within the facility. He added that it, however, became urgent and pertinent to shut down the facility until all infractions are corrected to prevent users from further exposure to risks, especially children, and to also ensure that other lined-up events are safe for Lagos residents. No individual or institution is bigger than the state, and we will continually ensure the safety of Lagosians as they go about enjoying the festive season. The Safety Commission burst therefore warned other operators in the hospitality sector in Lagos to desist from flouting all safety guidelines of the state, even as he urged residents to socialize responsibly. Petrol shortage has persisted yesterday across the country as Depots and Petroleum Product Marketers Association of Nigeria, DIPMAN, continued to sell petrol at 215 naira per litre to marketers. This is an excess of 67 naira per litre or 31% when compared to 148 naira per litre being charged at the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, depots. Independent marketers that patronize the private depots sell the product at over 220 naira per litre, while the major oil marketers sell at 170 naira per litre at their filling stations. Checks by Vanguard showed that many filling stations across the country were shut, and the ones with stock continued to sell the product to motorists and other parties at far over the official price, while the ones selling far below 200 naira had long queues. In Abuja, fuel stations offering the product at the government price of 169 naira had queues, while the independent marketers, which were selling the product for between 220 naira and 300 naira, had no queues. And on the foreign scene, the death toll from a fuel tanker explosion in a South African city east of Johannesburg last week has climbed to 18. Regional health authorities said on Monday a truck carrying liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, got stuck under a bridge in Boksburg on Saturday, causing a leak and explosion that initially killed 10 people and unleashed widespread damage. A further 8 people had since died of severe burns and injuries, the Regional Health Department said in a statement. Videos on social media showed a huge fireball under the bridge, which the tanker appeared to have been too high to go under. And in sports, Arsenal have defeated West Ham 3-1 to extend their points at the top of the Premier League table by 7 points. Arsenal gave a thrilling performance at the Emirates Stadium on Monday in their Premier League clash with the Hammers. Although they were a goal down in the first half, they went on to stun West Ham with 3 back-to-back goals in the second half. Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli and Eddie Nketiah all scored the 3 goals for the Gunners. As it stands, Arsenal sit top of the table with 40 points, while West Ham remain in 16th place with 14 points. With this story, we've come to the end of our bulletin for today. You can follow us on our social media handles at Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Unity Radio FM TV, respectively. I am Rukayat Sani Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs.
Unity.